Hello, friends.
Hey,
I'm Tony Jones.
and I'm the Reverend Russell, and this is the Hardest Question video blog. This is Lent 4, Year B.
And here we go, to lection away.
Yep.
I think there are a lot of progressive preachers who really dread this. Like, this is the one week they may actually not preach the gospel
Because they're afraid.
because it's John 3:16
Right,
is in
yeah.
there, and all you can do is see the rainbow Afro guy with a John
exactly,
3:16
right.
poster at the football game, right?
Yeah. And so you kind of feel like, and I've done this in the past, being a formal evangelical myself, you feel this sort of obligation to like debunk the narrow interpretation of that text,
Right.
you know?
Whereas maybe you just let people sit with it as they have it and go somewhere else, which is what you did in this week's blog post.
That's what I did in this week's blog post, because I just said, okay, you want to be born again, cool. Whatever that means to you, rock on, And then I want to talk about this snake on the stick.
So your point in the blog post is that it seems very problematic that God causes the predicament of having the snakes attack Israel.
Right.
And then God provides the solution,
Right.
the snake on the staff that
Right.
people look at and find their salvation in.
Right.
And it raises other issues about the atonement, doesn't it? Because, like, is the death of Jesus on the cross salvation from, if the penal substitutionary understanding of the atonement is right,
Yeah.
then it's kind of like God set this problem up, and then God offered the solution of the way to get out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
So it kind of seems, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to like our, I don't know, past thinking. But one thing I thought might be kind of interesting about this, if you take this, say that John purposefully is referencing this Numbers story where God sicks the snakes to kill the people of Israel, and then John is putting this in this new context with Jesus and saying, just like that is raised up on the stick, Jesus will be raised up. And then it goes on further to say that all the things that are evil will be brought into the light. And it made me think, well, does that include God's evil in the past?
Right.
Yeah. So maybe this is
those parts are going to be redacted from the final report.
Right. No, that this was. I thought in some way I thought this is a beautiful thing if you have some limited understanding of who God is, and you just have this history of God, that both God and Nicodemus will both be raised up and brought into the light, and this relationship will be redeemed through this act.
I do find literarily Nicodemus is this very sympathetic figure, right? And he's always been somebody that I've felt a great affinity with.
Yeah.
Like, he really wants to do the right thing. He comes in the middle of the night,
right.
He kind of breaks away from his tribe. And his questions are so earnest.
Yeah.
Like, what, do I need to climb back inside my mother's womb?
Right.
I don't know. I don't understand what you're saying I should do. Just tell me what to do so I can do it. And Jesus is like, let me just get more cryptic on your ass.
Yeah, he comes at night. And I like him too because he is sort of like part of the power,
Yeah.
And so he's kind of breaking ranks and coming at night, and that kind of seems a little bit interesting, that he comes at night, and he just doesn't even get a question out.
Right.
He just doesn't even get a question out before Jesus starts going off on this stuff, and so he's trying to understand, and it gets more cryptic and more cryptic.
Yeah, it's a great passage to preach, and we wish you well. And
there's so much in it. I mean, if you want to go John 3:16,
go
you
for
can,
it.
but
leave us a comment on the website to let us know.
But I'm telling you, the snake on the stick in the backstory, really good.
All right. Thanks for watching THQ.